I'm going to call this a series on how to migrate to Australia on a skilled work visa or a point-based visa. Remember, you don't need an employer to be able to apply for this type of a visa. So on my first video, I demonstrated how you can check for your occupation on the skilled occupation list for Australia, as well as identifying your assessing body for your occupation or for each occupation. On another video, I shared how you can calculate your points for these visas. Remember, they are point-based visas. So kindly go to those videos so that you are up to date with this information. And on today's video, I'm going to be sharing about one of those point-based visas. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're just seeing me for the first time, my name is Tariro Rachel. I like to talk about studying abroad, sharing study opportunities, and anything that I find interesting, I share it on this YouTube channel. So please consider subscribing, liking, sharing, and also clicking the notification button so each time I post a new video, you'll be the first to be notified. And to my regular subscribers, thank you so much for choosing to walk this journey with me. Continue liking, sharing, and leaving some comments. So on today's video, I'm going to be sharing about Subclass 190, which is a skilled work visa for Australia. The beauty about this visa is it is direct permanent residence. So without wasting much of your time, I'm going to go through this process with you together on the internet. Why on the internet? Because that's where the information is. It's nothing new. It's nothing that I've made up, but it's there on the internet for you and me. So see you on the next video.
Okay, so let's go a bit practical together here because everything that we need to know is on the internet. So what you do is we come here on Google and we type 190 visa Australia, right? There it is. We scroll down, we come here. This is the government website with a .gov.au, and then we click on the government website. Right. So the type of visa we are talking about is called subclass 190 skilled nominated visa. We want to know that, like, the type of visa it is. So it says here the stay is permanently, meaning this visa is direct permanent residence. So it doesn't matter where you are, whether you're in Africa, you're in Europe, it means you are coming to Australia as a direct permanent resident, right? And with this visa, you can actually work and study anywhere in Australia, right? So the beauty of these skilled nominated visas is you don't really need you don't need an employer to sponsor you. It's a matter of you and the government, having these whatever processes for you to be able to migrate to Australia as a permanent resident. So in this case, there is no employer needed. The beauty of this visa is one is permanent residence. Then you can as well sponsor eligible relatives to come to Australia as permanent residents. And once you have stayed in Australia, I think for 4 years, we are also eligible to apply for citizenship. So we need to look at the things that you need to be able to do this process or to apply for the subclass 190 skilled nominated visa, which in this case is permanent residence to Australia, right? If we come here on eligibility, so I want to go through this page, what you need to have. Let's go together and see. Right. So before you're invited to apply, you need to put what they call an expression of interest. I'm gonna do a separate video explaining to you what is meant by an expression of interest, right? So that you understand. So once you put an expression of interest, then you get nominated, right? So you can only be nominated once you put an expression of interest in the different states available here. Right. What do you need to have for you to put an expression of interest? You need to have a suitable skills assessment. So if you go on my channel here, there is a video that I did which shows how you can search for your occupation as well as see the visas that falls under that occupation as well as the assessing body for each occupation. So kindly go through that video to be able to see how you can do your own skills assessment, right? For you to be able to put the expression of interest to be invited to apply for visa. I guess this is clear. And then for age, you need to be 45 years old and below for you to apply for this visa, right? You can still apply for the visa if you turn 45 after we invite you to apply. So even if you turn 45 after the invitation, you're still okay. But for you to be invited, you need to be 45 years and below. That's the thing with age. The other thing is you need to have 65 points or more. So check again on my channel, on my videos. There is a video that I did showing you how to calculate your points for these skilled nominated visas, and you need a minimum of 45 points for you to be selected. So this is another requirement. Then you must have some kind of English competence. So there is competent English, there is proficient English, then there is superior English. All these levels of English comes with points for you. Remember, this is a point-based visa. So if my memory serves me well, with competent English, I think you've got 5 points. Then with proficient English, you've got 10 points. Then with superior English, you've got 20 points. So whatever that you get, contribute to your points. Then you must meet the skills requirement. So this one is assessed through your skills assessment to show that you really meet the skill requirement. So that's why they advise or they make it mandatory for you to do a skills assessment. Then you must meet the health requirement. For those who speak, they say that if you've got chronic conditions or chronic illnesses, it might be a bit difficult for you to qualify for this. I have no idea about that because I didn't experience it, but this is what I hear, that if you've got certain chronic conditions, for example, HIV, we've got cancer, we've got diabetes, we've got hypertension, at certain levels, people say it could compromise your application. But I'm putting a disclaimer, I didn't experience that, so I wouldn't know the impact or the severity of the case. Then also you need to meet their character requirement. You prove this through your police clearance, and also make sure that you declare whatever criminal records that you might have, or be it penalties or fines. Just declare and ensure that you meet the character requirement here. And this is for people already in Australia, but basically this is what is required for you to apply for 190. In short, or to summarize this, the most important thing for you to have is a skills assessment. Once you've got your skills assessment, you've got your English proficiency, like your points are now 65. As long as your points are now 65 and above, then you are eligible to put your expression of interest. Once you put your expression of interest, once they do their rounds at their time, then you get invited to apply for the visa. So with this visa, trust me, you are eligible to stay in Australia permanently. You can work and study in Australia. You can apply for citizenship after like 5 years. You can as well sponsor your relatives to come to Australia, and a lot of things. And for the cost, the visa costs it costs 4,910 Australian dollars. The beauty about Australian dollars is if you're coming, for example, from Zimbabwe, where we are using the US dollar, it means you have got a buying power. Or for those who are coming from the UK, like in my case, it means I spent something like maybe £2,500 only for me as a main applicant. And with your dependents, it gets lesser and lesser. So it's something that you can as well go for. One thing to note is that if you've got an applicant, for example, your partner who is over 18, as well as maybe your child as well who's over 18, they also need to prove functional English. And functional English can be their academic certificates, be it ZIMSEC Form 4, be it diploma, be it their degree if they have, or any academic certificate, or so in this case, the institution writes a letter to say that they were taught in English, something like that, or they can just write their PTE or IELTS, and the scores are really, really low, like very, very low. It's like that anybody can as well do this. Like I said, the visa fees for the dependents, they get lesser. If it's a child, it's actually half of your fee. So basically, that's it for the processing times. It depends with priority occupations. Within 6 months, you get your visa. With non-priority occupations, it can stretch as far as 24 months. But in brief, this is the one subclass 190 visa, where I'm saying it's permanent residence, and the process is very straightforward. Do your skills assessment, make sure you've got 65 points as minimum points, put your expression of interest, be invited to apply for the visa, move to Australia, and that's it.
How about that? Migrating to Australia on direct permanent residence? I think I've done justice going through the whole process with you, explaining what this subclass visa 190 is all about. And the catch is direct permanent residence. And the process isn't that much difficult as long as you can gather all the required documents. So if you're somebody who is considering migrating to Australia in the coming months or in the coming years, this can be the best option for you, coming with direct permanent residence. In a world where most countries have got immigration laws that are not so stable, I think this can be the best option for you. So thank you so much for sticking to the end of this video, and see you on my next video when I'm going to be explaining another point-based visa, which is subclass visa 491. Please consider liking, subscribing, sharing with colleagues and friends, and leaving some comments for me in the comment section. See you on my next video. Bye.